Hello everyone, this is your Preeti madam. Today students we are going to learn about the mechanism of stomatal transpiration. As in this chapter of transpiration, all other things you may find it easy to read, but this mechanism topic I think I have to cover it. So transpiration you have read in the chapter, that is the loss of water from the aerial parts of the plant in the form of water vapors. From this aerial parts means the part above the root, above the ground level part. It includes the shoot, the branches, and most importantly the leaves, which has this structure, two bean shaped guard cells covering this central pore known as stomata. Now what happens, this is here in the book on page number 56. So what happens here, as we know that from the roots a plant absorbs water from the soil. When the roots absorb it, they'll give it to the xylem vessels which are present inside the shoot of the plant. From here it goes to the different branches. I've made a rough diagram here, and from branches we have these kind of veins in the leaves which distribute this water transported by the xylem to the leaf, all parts of a leaf. Now what happens inside the leaf? This is the upper epidermis of the leaf. From here the water enters into these palisade mesophyll cells, and from here they enters into the spongy mesophyll cells. Spongy mesophyll cells, as they become filled with the water or they are having excess amount of water, so what they do, they form a thin layer of water around them. I'm showing it with a blue color sketch pen so that it will be easy for you to understand. This blue color thin layer of water vapors, they form around the mesophyll cells. Now when these cells become filled with water, this evaporated water, it becomes in excess, what happens, it moves to the intercellular space which is lying just next to the mesophyll cells. When the intercellular space is saturated with the water vapors, they just give this water to the substomatal space which is in direct touch with the stomata. So from here the water moves out from the stomata. This is the whole mechanism. It is very easy. Just with the help of diagram you can understand it easily. Some key points I have written here. You can also have a look. Excess water forms a film around mesophyll cells. This is the first point of mechanism. Then this thin film evaporates and it moves to intercellular space. After saturation, the vapors, they move to the substomatal space and then they move out to stomata. This is the simple steps of mechanism. Some more points that you need to keep in your mind is, more number of stomata are present on the lower side of the leaf as compared to the upper one. The movement of the water within the leaf, it takes place by diffusion, that we have read in our first lecture. That is the movement of molecules from its higher concentration to lower concentration. Mainly the movement occur along the cell wall of mesophyll cells. Means the water does not enter inside the cell. From where it moves, cell wall to cell wall. It is just evaporating from the cell walls. It is moving, it is not entering inside the cell, but it is just moving from cell wall to different cell wall, so that the transpiration, so that the water vapors, they can move easily and with a fast speed. Last point, transpiration is maximum during the daytime when stomata, they are open. That's it with this mechanism of stomatal transpiration. If you like the video, just give me a feedback so that I can make some other ones also. These are the points you can write in your copy. I'm showing it to you, and this is the diagram that I have made for an overview of what is written here. Thank you so much, students.